Put it this way, a lot of the people in here will never see free air again.
The Thai people call Bang Kwang the Big Tiger. They say it eats men alive.
I have no clue when I will die. They could inject me today or tomorrow.
In the West, it has been known as the Bangkok Hilton.
But there's 24 in the room, which is really hard, especially just to get to the toilet because everyone's all over the floor.
The prison is notorious. It's been the subject of novels and movies, but the Thai authorities have never allowed the reality of life inside these walls to be filmed. Until now. Bang Kwang prison is at boiling point. In the last few years, the prison's population has trebled because of a government crackdown on drug trafficking. 7,000 men are now packed into a prison built to hold around half that number.
ขึ้นกันนอนเตรียมขึ้นก่อนนอนตรวจคนเอาพร้อมแล้วขึ้นได้เลยแถวที่3ลุก
There are serial killers and multiple rapists locked up here, but most prisoners are in for drug dealing offences. In Thailand, drug sentences are harsh, minimum 25 years, to life, to the death penalty. The prison guards have arranged extra heavy security, but they're nervous. They are unarmed and outnumbered 50 to 1.
น้องดูสิน้องช่วยดูพี่เขาหน่อยอย่าให้ใกล้มากนะอย่าให้ใกล้มากอย่าเข้าในห้องนะอย่าให้เข้าในห้องนะเข้าในห้องนะเดี๋ยวมันเข้าไม่ได้เลยล็อกแล้วเดี๋ยวมันปิดประตูล็อกเอาไม่ออกแล้วเสร็จเลยวันนี้นักข่าว BBC
With so few guards, roll call is taken twice a day to make sure no one's missing.
รูดเพื่อตรวจว่ามันรูดยังไงจะรูดฟังถ้ามันมีเสียงที่มันนั่นแสดงว่าเริ่มมีรอยต่างกัน
If one bar has a different tone, it means someone's trying to file through it.
ก่อนเลยนะบอกอยากขึ้นเร็วไม่เหนื่อยก็จะได้ไม่เหนื่อยเขา
3:30 is lockdown. The prisoners spend 15 hours a day in their cells.
You literally cannot lie flat on your back. Put your hands on your stomach. If you do that, your elbows are on two other beds. That's pretty damn close, and that's 15 hours a day.
In here, if one prisoner gets sick, so do all his cellmates.
I'd say your beds must be about that big, with 5 foot long. So my feet are always sticking over the bed. You're always touching someone in the room. It's really hard.
The lights stay on 24 hours a day. Thai officials have said 63% of prisoners have mental health problems, and 1 in 10 is suicidal.
There is a lot of people who's losing their minds. Well, I'm sleeping next to a guy now. He just walks around all day, walks around talking to his cell. I'm in the room next to him at night and I've seen a dog scratch less. Last night, he were itching that much, there must have been about 3 different places where he were bleeding from, and he actually got blood on my bed.
Many will die here, and many more will be put to death. Just after the new Thai government came to power, these men had their executions in Bangkwang broadcast live on Thai television as a warning to drug pushers. In the street outside the prison, there's another warning. This sign shows 560 inmates face execution for drug offences. Ampon Bertling is one of them. His shackles are welded on permanently. He faces death by lethal injection. The execution order could come at any time. The Thai government says drug pushers have destroyed the future of many of the country's young people and deserve to die.
All my life I hated drugs more than anything. I never thought that I would be arrested because of them. I told my kids, don't touch them. Don't get close to them. I admitted that I was guilty. Why has society punished me so harshly? Why don't they give me another chance? I never committed a crime before.
The tough sentences are popular. The prison's resident Buddhist monk, like the majority of Thai people, has little sympathy for drug traffickers.
Drug dealing is a type of mass murder. It can destroy whole families. If a child becomes addicted to drugs, he drags down his whole family with him. The child starts to steal everything, which ruins the family's reputation in society. A murderer typically kills just one person. Drug dealers don't kill just one person. They ruin everyone's lives.
My children try to cheer me up. They say to me, it's okay. Don't be sad, Father. If people can't see the goodness of your heart, heaven can.
Thailand is fighting a drug problem far worse than anything yet seen in the West. The country is a major through route for drugs. Heroin and speed pills are manufactured in Burma. The drugs are then trafficked through Thailand to Europe and America, with much of the profit going to the Thai agents. But now, Thailand has a major drug problem at home. Methamphetamine pills, called yaba, now as cheap as $1 a pill, are flooding the local market. In recent years, yaba has found its way into schools. Child addicts in the streets have become a common sight. It's called the crazy drug. The government said it's Thailand's #1 national security issue.
I had a job watching yaba supplies. My employers paid all my daily expenses. They paid for my house as well. All I had to do was keep an eye on the pills. When we had a client, my boss would call me, and I would make the delivery.
2 years ago, Thai television broadcast details of cases of violence by people high on yaba. This man threatened to drop his own son off a building. The Thai Prime Minister vowed to wipe out the country's entire drug problem within just 60 days. 10,000 people were arrested. More than 2,000 alleged drug dealers were shot dead in the streets. The authorities said it was gang-on-gang killings. Human rights groups say it was the Thai police.
One day, the police caught my partner and forced him to call me to deliver some pills to an undercover officer. I was arrested immediately. The police decided to arrest any suspect they could find. That's why prisons are overcrowded these days. They weren't looking for the real criminals, otherwise they wouldn't have bothered with us.
Caught in the crackdown were hundreds of foreigners. 20-year-old Michael Connell from Bury in Manchester says he smuggled drugs to fund his second holiday in Thailand.
So what were you arrested for?
I'm arrested for importing 3,400 ecstasy from England to Thailand, and I got caught at the airport. When they found them, I knew what was going to happen to me, because anywhere in the world, if you get caught importing drugs, you go into prison. So as soon as they found them, I knew I would go in prison.
Connell's story is of the typical tourist-turns-convict variety. He was one of the hundreds of thousands of young Britons who visit Thailand every year. Many of them, young travellers easily tempted by the readily available cheap booze, drugs, and sex.
I just came for an holiday the first time, and I enjoyed it so much. And when I was leaving, I was heartbroken to go. The culture, the people are all dead friendly, mainly the weather, because England, sunshine doesn't happen very often.
Overwhelmed by what seemed an idyllic lifestyle, Connell, like many of these travellers, got a false sense of security. He visited Koh San Road, the backpackers' ghetto in the centre of Bangkok, where many plan their beach trips in Thailand. He went on to beach resorts and the famous full moon parties where ecstasy is plentiful.
So I wanted to get back, but it's so expensive to come over, I had to find a way to make money.
Connell didn't want to say where he got the money to buy the drugs. In November 2003, he arrived at Bangkok's international airport for his second vacation in the land of smiles. Customs officials found the ecstasy tablets in his travel bag after they were detected by an X-ray scan.
Went to collect my bag, and for some reason it were already off the rail going round. So I just picked it up, walked through the customs, and then they said, "Stop, can I search your bag?" So they put my bag through the X-ray machine, opened the bag, put their hand in, just poured them out. From when I got arrested, they had a big sign up in the customs office, from which that scared me a lot. I just sat there looking at it and just praying that I don't get the death penalty.
The pills, with a street value of £50,000, were wrapped in plastic and hidden in 2 face cream jars. Michael escaped the death penalty by pleading guilty, but was sentenced to 99 years in prison.
Michael, do you have a message for family?
I do. Family, I love you all. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. I'm more worried about yourself.
Anything could happen to you in the time you've been here. But the biggest fear is not knowing when I'm getting out. That's the biggest fear that I've got.
Connell has been put in Building 5, which is reserved for young and dangerous prisoners. Bunhan Cholsin, a prison director, leads the visit into Connell's cell block. "20 guards gather for extra security, but there is tension in the air.
พี่เฉวงอย่างนี้เลยไม่มีปัญหานักมวยด้วยไม่ต้องกลัวเขาไม่ทำอะไรหรอกเราไปดิopen the door bidding fight
ผมนายนฤทธิ์วิสเกตเจ้าหน้าที่ราชทัณฑ์3ระหว่างปฏิบัติหน้าที่เหตุการณ์ปกติครับผม
ขอบคุณมากขอบคุณประตูจะเปิดพร้อมกันไม่ได้ประตูเนาะมี2 ชั้น2 ชั้นประตูจะเปิดพร้อมกันไม่ได้ก็ลองเข้ามาให้หมดโอเคความคล่องตัวก็มีแล้วเจ้าหน้าที่ก็ไม่เครียด
Compound 5 contains about 1,000 prisoners, but there are only 13 or 14 guards on duty. If the prisoners wanted to try something, there'd be nothing we could do about it. If the prisoners wanted to knock the guards out, we couldn't do anything.
Warden Bunhan is concerned about the safety of the female Thai interpreter.
ไม่เป็นไรน้องตามสบายไม่ต้องตื่นเต้นเขาดูมากนะเพราะเขาไม่เคยนานๆผู้หญิงเข้ามาอันนี้โรงฝึกวิชาชีพหน่วยงานเย็บผ้าอ๋อเขาฝึกที่ไหนเลย
Normally hundreds of prisoners mill around this open space, but now they are herded against the walls. Before this visit, the guards had raided the block, seizing any personal possessions regarded as against the rules, like mobile phones and drugs. They're not happy. The prison bosses have a system of prisoner guards, called trustees. The prisoners call them blue shirts and blue boys. They have the power to search and to discipline the other prisoners.
It's difficult to be a foreigner here, because in the building I'm in, I'm the only white guy in the building, so I stand out a lot. And I do get looks off a lot of people, but I just ignore them most of the time and just carry on what I'm doing. Are you alright? I work expecting boss.
So this is where you hang out all day?
Yeah, this is where I hang out, yeah. The only place where it's quiet.
Right.
As a new inmate, Connell must wear leg shackles for the first 3 months.
Well, I can't really play football at the moment because I've got the chains around my legs, but I've got another month now left with them on, so hopefully they should be off in a month, then I can play football.
Life in Bangkwang largely depends on how much money a prisoner has. Poor inmates work for the guards or for other prisoners to survive.
A lot of people there haven't got any money, so you've got to basically help the ones who haven't got the money, so he does me washing, and then I give him food and stuff like that, and cigarettes.
Each inmate has a bank account in the prison. They can buy food and toiletries from the prison shop using a coupon system. Michael also gets food and vitamins from the British Embassy.
You buy food every day, so you just buy it. Sometimes you can do cooking. Plus the embassy comes every now and well, every 6 weeks they come and they bring me like stuff like fresh bacon, ham, cheese. It's not the embassy who gives us the money every month. It's a charity called Prisoners Abroad who gives us 2,000 baht every month, which is actually a really big help because my family ain't got that much money to help me with.
I don't know if they let us.
The guards have had enough. It's time to leave Connell's cell block. Bunhan's tour continues with a visit to the maximum security building. He travels there in the prison transport vehicle, a golf cart.
บางโอกาสก็ใช้รถคันนี้อาทิตย์ดีก็นั่งผู้บัญชาการก็ขับเองน้องเห็นแล้วนะ
Behind one of the high security areas.
The inmates call it the jungle. It's solitary confinement, Bangkwang style.
I've heard about solitary. There's not a toilet in there, it's just a little bucket in the room. One guy said you're lucky if you can just lie down on your back, flat, but I plan not to go up there.
คนที่ผู้ใส่ได้คือลักษณะที่อันนี้คือเราตีเป็นว่า
This is an example of a stubborn prisoner who lacks discipline. That's why he's isolated from others.
ทางวินัยเรือนจำไม่ขังเดียวอันนี้ก็ไม่มากอันนี้ขนาด
This is a fair punishment. He stabbed another inmate at least 10 times, and when the guard tried to stop the fight, he was attacked as well and got 10 stitches. We forgive him. We will try our best to rehabilitate him. Other people always imagine that we are tough, but in reality we are not.
A large percentage of the inmates in solitary are from Nigeria, a country that has some of the world's most organized drug courier gangs.
Why are you in solitary?
Exactly. At first we had a problem with another prisoner.
How long have you been in